Hi and welcome back to NDI Central Live here at NAB 2018. My name's Rex Olson, and gosh, it's great to have you with us. We're exhibiting, or we're streaming live right from the exhibit floor here at the South Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center, right from the NewTek booth. So we've been talking to some great developers that are incorporating NDI technology into their products. Of course, we're talking to NewTek developers and NewTek staff about the new products from NewTek, as well as the exhibitors in the NDI Central Pavilion. So we've got a lot going on here. We've had a lot of great traffic. I think I heard that they were expecting over 100,000 people here at this NAB. And we've certainly seen it on the show floor here. Yesterday was packed, today again, a very packed hall. Well, we're getting a lot of visitors, a lot of NewTek customers coming by the booth here, and we have one with us now to speak with. We've got Matt Harmer. He's the CEO of 59 Studios.
Yeah.
Welcome. Glad
Thank
you could take some time out for us today.
Yeah.
Matt, why don't you tell us about 59 Studios?
Sure. So 59 Studios is a social live stream technology and production company. So we're kind of hybrid hacker creatives, doing a lot with interactive social live streaming, and we're excited building off the NDI interface when that came out.
How long have you been in production and using NewTek products?
For about 2 years now, but been in production for about 6,
okay.
And then lifelong engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, why don't you tell us about some of the projects that you've been working on?
So the most recent project, which was pretty fun and used the NDI interface in a cool way, was a 5-day, 5-city live stream project we did for Uber.
Okay.
And it involved taking live suggestions from the Facebook Live audience, curating them with our software, live in an Uber, and our production crew is in a tour bus riding in front of the Uber. I think we have some clips.
I think we have an example of maybe a clip of the Uber. That's not
Guillermo
it.
del Toro, but that was a different project.
There we go.
Yeah, and so putting comments on screen and making things interactive with the audience, we found has really leveled up kind of the engagement of overall just video content. That's been exciting for us.
So this is, you have cameras in a car, in an Uber car, and how long, I mean, so you're driving different cities, across country? What are you doing?
So we actually, Vegas was one of the stops. We did 5 days, 5 cities. It was a crazy workflow, but it was LA, Phoenix, Vegas, Oakland, and Portland. And so in the car, we would ask the audience, or Boris and Nicole, the celebrity talent would ask, what do we do? Where do we go? What do we see? What do we eat? We would take those suggestions live, put them on screen, and then go actually do those things and produce an edited piece later in the day.
Okay, and then I think we have a behind-the-scenes clip as well showing you.
Yeah,
now
this is fun.
This is where?
This is in a tour bus, so like an entertainer, musician-type tour bus. We packed with gear. It's a complete NDI workflow, actually, so all of those comments on screen get sent through NDI just over the internet connection on the bus, which made things a lot easier and more efficient just overall. So
this is a complete live production. You're taking camera feeds wirelessly?
Yeah, wirelessly.
From the Uber car.
Yeah, and we had, big
into the tour bus, which is tagging behind or ahead?
In front of it.
In front of the Uber car.
Yeah.
And you're webcasting it out live to Facebook.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cutting edge, I would say.
It was a lot of gear, but it was. We pulled it off and kept the stream up the whole time. We all use TriCaster products.
All through NDI.
All through NDI.
Wow.
So
that's fantastic. You know,
that's fun.
One of the things that we love here, we're a software-driven company, and we're really an engineering-driven company.
Yeah.
And they create their magic and put it out to the world, and then guys like you put it through the test.
Build on it,
and do stuff like this, and it's just so great to see this stuff.
And developers, engineers are grateful for that too, and your perspective on that, I'd say, because some people want to keep their software close to the vest, and stay proprietary, but being open in letting your SDK out to the public, APIs, it's much appreciated if you can build a lot on it. So everybody at NewTek has been awesome to us when we've reached out.
What's the big advantage for you do with NDI Technology? What does it allow you to do that you haven't been able to do before?
I think speed and efficiency of just the workflow is it's just kind of a no-brainer. Like, I feel like developers are inherently lazy, not like couch potato lazy, but more always looking for what's a better solution, what's the way you can shortcut anything. And so NDI solves a lot of that and being able to transmit the signals, image signals very quickly over the IP connection, as opposed to plugging in a long cable, wondering if it's going to come out. That's important, especially if you're riding on a big tour bus and don't want to mess things up.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So what other types of projects have you been doing?
A lot of entertainment things. So I know I think there was a clip of something with Guillermo del Toro we did recently for The Shape of Water, which won Best Picture, which was cool. Okay. To work with him and then see that happen was really nice.
Do we have a clip of that? There we go.
And he's an awesome guy.
What's happening here?
So we were using NDI to put the comment on screen and also send him curated comments and kind of Q&A style comments to an iPad so that he could interact with viewers about questions about the film, questions about his life, questions about his crazy house where he has like a ton of weird stuff in. And
wow.
That was a lot of fun.
So is that, it seems like that's the types of projects that you're getting, or people are asking, the companies are asking more of that interactive element?
Yeah, it was like, I think the last interview you had, he was mentioning something similar, of that the passive viewing experience of just kind of one-way entertainment. It's really hard to compare that with an interactive experience where a viewer actually feels like they can impact the show, that their voice is being heard, and everyone, I think, kind of wants to be a little famous too. So when they see their picture on screen, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's me," And that's we see people get excited by that, and it really makes their day, and that's cool. And I think it's a more immersive experience. Like
how much planning goes into these projects?
What I've learned shifting to live is that it's so much more pre-production than post-production. So ideally, you want to plan a pretty significant amount of in advance for these projects, but depends on the talent too. If the talent's really just slick with live broadcasts, you can get up and running quick.
But I mean, what was involved with that Uber project?
That took a lot of planning.
Yeah. I mean, testing. I mean, how much time do you have to spend on that?
So we actually built a.
What's realistic for viewers?
Oh yeah.
You're not going to throw all that stuff in a bus and go, well, let's go.
Yeah, a couple of weeks of planning out the gear on basically a simulated tour bus we put in a studio before we actually got the tour bus in. Testing the transmission and connections and all that, and then got the tour bus a couple days early, loaded that thing up. I mean, we had so much gear on the top of it, on the back of it, and inside it, locking everything down. But when you have a great team around you, that you find ways to figure it out.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's all about.
That's right.
And having the tools available to be able to do this sort of thing is.
Yeah. And we're thankful for you guys for that. TriCaster Mini is very efficient in a bus.
Well, what's on the horizon for 59 Studio?
So we're going to continue developing a lot of the interactive apps that we've been building so far, doing more production with the entertainment world and brands. Playing in the social commerce space a little bit. That's kind of a new venture we're working on, but going to continue building up the NDI interface as well too, because you guys have been awesome. And I told you before, Andrew Cross, the CTO godfather of NDI, I got a lot of respect for him because I sent in a support email to support at NDI or whatever it was. And I'm like, I need to talk to an engineer that understands something I'm trying to figure out. And he responds, and he's like, I'm actually the creator of NDI. Like,
what do you want to know?
I can help you. I'm like, I like this guy.
Wow.
Yeah, and so
that's great.
Yeah, it's an aside, but.
Well, Matt, thank you for stopping by and sharing this. It's fantastic. Like I said, it's great to see all this stuff in action and the creative work that you're doing.
Thank you.
With it, and can't wait to see more.
Cool.
Matt, thanks for stopping
so much.
by.
Cheers.
All right. Well, stick around because, again, we're coming up with more. We have a few more hours, a couple more hours to spend with you today, and then again all day tomorrow. So stick around. We'll be back after a short break.